ABCD of solfa notations. ABCD of solfa notations.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to do a continuation of the last video I did on scale. I've done this before, but someone needed I should do a general ways of knowing the keys, the scales of all the keys. So I'll do it fastly. If this video is long, please pardon me, and please don't forget to like and share this video and comment, because I do videos because of what people said about the video I did. Maybe more lesson they needed, so it helps me to create more videos. So scale of all the keys is easy, but first of all you need to know the arrangement of keys, the principle behind sharps and flats, the formula how to get the scale, and you need to know the particular name given to all the keys. If you know this, it will be easy for you to venture into knowing the scales of all the keys. Okay, first of all, the arrangement of keys. How do you know the arrangement? First of all, you have A. So this is keys we have: A, B, C, D, E, F. They are called 7 natural keys. We have additional 5 keys that are not here. So but sometimes, why do we start with C? Because key has a natural note. So if I want to continue with this, to have an octave of this, I will still have A and I will still have B. Do you understand? So this A I will substitute now. So that is why we start with C, because C, the scale of key C has a natural movement. Do you understand? Just like when you have something like this, you have the smaller one, bigger one. There will be 3 here. There will be 2 here. So that is how it is. Then you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B. So that is how it works. So between C and D, there is a key here. There is a key here. Between D and E, there is a key in between them. And between E and F, there is no key, E, F. So between G and this, there is a key here. That is the black notes in piano. Between G and A, there is a key. So between A and B, there is a key. So if you understand how this thing works, it will help you to know how to guide this thing. So they are arranged as, if you stretch this thing widely now, you see that after C there is a key, after D there is a key, after E there is no key. So that is how it is being arranged. So that is the thing, and it makes it to have 12 keys: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do you understand? 7 natural keys and 5 sharp and flat. These ones that are black in color are called sharp and flat. I have done it in previous videos, so I will not keep on repeating. So this is how they are arranged. You understand? And once you stop at B, you continue C, D, E, F, G, and it continues like that. So another one is, what is the principle behind sharp and flat?
ABCD of solfa notations.
One of the principles behind sharp and flat is that any key in front of a key. So if this is a key, and this is another key, and this is another key, let's use it as an example. The principle behind sharp and flat is that any key in front, this one is in front of this one, so any key in front of this one sharpens it, any key at the back of this one flattens it. So flat and sharp. You understand? If this is a key standing here, any key in front of this raises it one semitone, two semitone, like we did about semitone in the previous. So anyone at the back flattens it. I hope you understand it. So if there is key A here, any key in front of A sharpens A. Any key at the back of A flattens it. So once you touch a key in piano or in guitar or anyone in front of it, are raising that key one semitone, two semitone. Like now, if I come to key G now, this is a key, this is a key, this is a key. So the semitone I'm talking about is this, as we talked in the previous video. So this one here raises this one up one. If it is here, it raises it up 2. If it is here, 3. If it is here, 4. So that is how 2 semitone upper. What it means, don't count this one. 1, 2, 1, 2. This is 2 semitone upper. 3 semitone upper. 1, 2, 3. So that is how it works. Then if it is flattens means going down. So here, when you are holding A now, so all the one at the back of A lowers, flattens, just bring it down. So here lowers it down. So one semitone flattens one semitone, you go to this. 2 semitone, you go to this. 3 semitone, 1, 2. Don't count the one you are holding. 1, 2, 3. So that is what we call how they are the principle behind the sharp and flat. So a white note can flatten, black note can flatten. If you watch my previous video, any key in front, like this key now, it doesn't have any key in between that is black. It is only white. So it's another key now. Do you understand it? But E, what sharpens E directly is key F. So that if somebody asks you E sharp, what the person is referring is a key F. So there is no black note that is tagged E sharp. Do you understand it? Because there is no key that helps to sharpen except key F, or if it is 2 semitone sharp, then 1, 2, if it's 3, 1, 2, 3. So the key called E sharp is this. The key called F flat, there is no black key, so it is this white key that flattens key F. Do you understand? So F flat means E. So because when we are, as we go further, you understand, because sometimes I will use this as E sharp, no more F. So as we go, you understand it. Okay, you have understood the principle behind any key in front of. If you touch this key now, all these ones, what they are doing, they are sharpening this one, make it bigger. Do you understand it? Okay, let's make the key straight. To just be like 12. Do you understand it? So this is, let's start. If we are starting with C, there is a key between C and D. There is a key between D and E. There is no key between E and, so this is F. There is a key between, so you jump this one, this is G. There is a key between, you jump this one, this is A. There is a key between A and B. You jump this one, this is B. So this is how it goes, because I have straightened it to be one, because I have removed them one after the other. So know the idea, and this is how guitar, if you have played bass guitar or lead guitar, you understand that this is the principle they follow also. Or string instruments like violin and other things, this is where how they do their own. Like if this is G, key G strings, do you understand? It moves like that. After G, knows violin looks like it's going back, but after G there's a key between, and after that you have A. Okay, so that is how the principle behind it. The formula of this is what we call the formula. The third one is the formula, how to get it.
ABCD of solfa notations.
The formula of getting it is what we call tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, or whole note, half note, whole note, whole note, whole note, half note. Don't forget this thing, because it's going to lead us far in this calculation. What it means is that what is here is re, this is mi, this is fa, sol, la, ti, and this is do. And remember, after do high, we are going to get another, which is re. Not that it started with re, no. There is a movement which is do. Do is the beginning. You don't count it, because if you want to count it, then you need to bring this half here. But you don't start and bring a half. You must stand in a place before you move. So that is why do is known as the tonic. Tonic. Do you understand? Do is known as the tonic of everything. That is the beginning. You don't count it while starting. You can count it while going up. Okay, so if you know this thing, any key you come across, you apply the same method, it will work. What it means is that I have discussed it in previous video. When you have, for you to get a tone after do is where you are standing to move, so it's the beginning of all the key. Even if you are playing this key, the same thing. Even if you are playing this key, the same thing. The idea is do, then you have tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 then semitone is that do that's supposed to come here. But because we don't start with semitone, we start with a tone, because all of them are tone. The scale I'm discussing now is diatonic scale. Please don't get confused. Diatonic scale, which means two tone, two tones or two tones. Do you understand? That is what we are discussing. So after knowing this, if you apply it in, how do you count it? That is another thing. Okay, let's learn how to count it. This is whole note. Whole note. H means half note. Do you understand it? T means tone, and S means semitone. Watch our previous video, you understand this tone and semitone, the terminology. I told you the beginning, the starting point where you are standing, which is the key, you don't count it. We just sing it and continue. You don't count it. Let's try. Let's start with C. But before we do this, we need to understand the names given to this. The names given to all the keys in piano or in any musical instrument. You need to understand it. After knowing C, D, E, F, G, A, B, the next one you need to know, this key is identified as C sharp, even though it is D flat, but is identified with C sharp. Then this key is identified with E flat, even though it is D sharp. Then here, this in some keys, this will be called F sharp instead E sharp instead of F. There is a reason behind it. So another one here is F sharp, even though it is G sharp, is G flat, sorry. Then here is called A flat, even though it is G sharp. Do you understand it? So here is B flat. Here is B flat. So these 5 keys, their original name attached to them is C sharp, even though they have 2 names. Remember, if you go to our previous video, you watch them. Okay. So why are they called attached this name? Because if you call this one D flat, there will be a problem, because some of the keys in flat, we have the same number of keys in sharp. What will help us to understand this is the principle of what is it called? The circle of fifth. Maybe in one of our lessons I will do that. The circle of fifth. If you understand the principle behind the circle of fifth, you know why these ones are being attached. So to avoid confusion, so these are attached to this name. So this is A flat, is also G sharp. Do you understand? I don't need to write the names because I have done it before. So the principle behind this now is this particular thing. If you pick a key now and you are tracing the keys, if you encounter one sharp, all of them that are flat become sharps. If you pick a key, maybe this flat now, and you are counting it, using this formula to get it, any key you encounter here, even if it is sharp, it becomes flat. You use the brother of it, like this one is C sharp, this is D flat. Do you understand it? Another name for this is D sharp. Here is, I told you here is E sharp, but let me E sharp. Here is F flat. Do you understand? But I will omit it now. Then here is G flat. Here is G sharp. Then here is A sharp. I will not write it. Anyway, let me write it here. A sharp. Here we are not making use of this more often, but it will come in whenever we encounter. If you want to find this key, do you understand? Any other keys, because it has started with sharp, any other keys become sharp. If you want to work on this key E flat, any other keys becomes E flat, as in becomes flat. This F, if you encounter it while tracing using this to trace, all of them becomes flat. Just like B flat. If you use B flat now, if you are tracing it, any other key that is sharp or flat, these 5 ones, this happens 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But the only exception we have is that when we are looking for C sharp or F sharps, F sharp. Do you understand this? That is what you will learn. But there is a reason behind that. It is in the circle of fifth that you understand it. If I start it now, this video may not end sooner. Okay, let us pick a key. I will do it with key C. You understand why it is like that. Then I will randomly choose a key and show you how it works. Better still. Okay, let's pick key C. If this is C, for you to get a tone on key C, do you understand? Let me clean this place so that you understand it very well. If this is the C, which you will have identified, this is the C now. We stretched this keyboard now. If this is C, for you to get a tone, you need to move 2 steps. That is why it's called diatonic scale. 1, 2. So this one becomes the Re, because where you are starting the C, the key is Do. You understand it? So for you to get the Mi, you need to, don't count the ones you have gotten. This one you have gotten, so the ones you have gotten, don't count it. You have gotten this one, you have gotten this one, don't count them again. So you move forward because we have gotten re. If you count 1 and 2, this is the mi of key C. Then for you to get fa, it's just a semitone. Do you understand? Then you use, this is the fa. It is key F, is fa of key C. Then for you to get this, after fa, the saw is count 1, 2, you get saw. After saw, you count 1, 2 to get la. You see, it's a tone. After la, you still count 1, 2 to get T. And after T, you still have a block, which is C, because after A, B, you still have C. B and C, just a semitone. You understand it? So you still have C here, which is the do upper octave. The same thing you did here, do it in other octave, you still get the same thing. Okay, so the alphabets in Western music or in normal music, this thing, the scale is not identified by C, D, E, F. The alphabets are identified with the alphabet. So key C is easy because all their listing revolves around these natural keys. So the do re mi of key C is C, D, the mi of it is E, the fa of it is what? F, the saw of it is what? G, the la of it is what? A, the T of it is what? B, the do of it will be C because the next one is a semitone. You understand? T to do is a semitone, it will be C, which is here. Okay, let's choose another key. Just follow the principle, you still get everything.
ABCD of self annotations.
If you look at this diagram now, so as we did before, we have done key C, but I did this thing so that I can do other keys. Let's pick key D. Remember, we have something like this: tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. The do starts it. Then for you to get the do is the starting point. So this is the re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and the do. Do you understand it? The octave of this, which starts another octave, do, re, mi, and it goes like that. Okay, we have gotten C as C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So let us use the method we used in getting C now. Let's pick D now. Once we pick D, it becomes our do. Once we pick D, it becomes our do. And after this do, you need to count two half steps or two tones, which is 1 and 2. The second one becomes the re. Do you understand it? So in key D, D is the do, E is the re. Do you understand it? So after re, you need to count 2 mi. This is a tone. So if you count it now, 1, 2. So what is the name of this key here? Let's check it. Between E, F, and G. Between F and G, there is F sharp. So what is here is F sharp, which is the mi. So what is here is F sharp. So what is here is F sharp. Do you understand it? So another one is, after getting the mi, The next one nearer to it is what? The Fa. Then after Fa, you continue your tone. So tone, you don't count where you have gotten 1, 2. This is the So. 1, 2. This is the La. After getting the La, you have 1, 2. This is the T. Then the key between C and D. Can you identify it? Let's go. Between C and D, there is a key which is what? C sharp. Do you know why I'm putting it as sharp? Because the first key I got outside the natural keys is sharp, which is this. So any other thing I must put here must be a sharp. Do you understand? In case if it is not a sharp, maybe a flat, I'll convert it to the eighth brother. Do you understand? I said the previous thing. Okay. So after the T, the next one becomes Do. So the only thing you do now after doing that is to check the Mi. What is the Mi? F sharp. What is the Fa? G. What is the So? A. What is the La? B. The T? C sharp. And the Do is Do upper. Do you understand it? That's how it works. Let's pick another key. I pray you understand this very well. You see that it is easy to find all the keys. Okay, let's pick E. Let's pick E. Once you pick a key, that becomes your Do. Do you understand it? So key D, key E, that becomes our Do. Because that place that key is the movement, is the starting point. You make it Do. Then for you to get the Re, you need to count a tone, which is 1, 2. So this is the Re. So remember, between F and G, there is a note in between. Let's go to it. Between F and G, there is F sharp. So this is F sharp. Do you understand? So after getting the Re, 1, 2 is the Mi. Do you understand it? Then after Mi, the next one is Fa. After Fa, 1, 2. So after So, 1, 2. La. After La, 1, 2. T. After T, the next one is Do upper. So let's fill in the box. So the Mi of this, between G and A, there is a note. What is it? Between G and A, there is a note. Come to this now. We have a note, and that note is A flat. But because we have gotten the first note sharp, so this one will not be A flat. It will be what? G sharp. That is why the principle of sharp must be in your head. Because it is A flat too. Do you understand? But because the first one that comes in order of sharp or flat is sharp, so this one must be sharp. Let's continue. So between, there is nothing. B is here. This La, between La and D, how do you get it? Go C and D, C sharp. So it's C sharp. So there is another gap between D and E. There is E flat. E and D, there is E flat. So but you will not call it flat because you have gotten sharp. So you call it D. You see, it is E flat, but you call it D sharp because you have gotten sharp. So this is D sharp and this is D. So let us fill in this thing. Do is E. Re is F sharp. Mi is what? G sharp. Then Fa is A. So is B. La is C sharp. T is D sharp. And Do is E. You understand this very well now. So we keep on picking, and that will help you if they are asked how many sharps makes E. If you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 4 sharps that makes E. If this is sharp off, you don't count the one that you have represented before. Had it been, we get a sharp here. Do you understand? You don't, if you see it at the end also, because though to do is the same thing, octave, you don't count it. Okay, maybe let's pick one of the sharp, or let's continue until we get all the natural keys. Then we'll do one of the sharp. They just follow the method, you get all the keys. But I have told you that F sharp and C sharp, there is something they did in order to differentiate it with others. So F in C sharp, all of them are sharps. In F, all of them are, 6 of them are called sharps. Okay, it's just to differentiate them. Okay, let's do, what is next? F. After this F, I will do C sharp or one of the sharps, and I will close. So let's do F, key F. In key F, you clean this one. Okay, in key F, where you are standing becomes the do. The F becomes the do. So for you to get the re, you count 2, 1, 2. This is the re. 1, 2. This is the mi. After mi, fa. After fa, 1, 2. You get so. After so, 1, 2. You get la. After la, 1, 2. You get ti. After ti, the next one is what? Do. So let us represent it now. Do is F, re is G, mi is A, fa, there is nothing here. So a key between A and B. A key between A and B. Let's go. A and B is B flat. So we have gotten, this is B flat. The fa of key F is B flat. So had it been we have another note in the solfa notation that comes in contact with maybe a space in between, it will become automatically flat. But in key F we don't have, there's only one flat that we have. So after this we have so, we have la is D, and this is what? The T is E, and the do is F, which is the same thing as this one. So in key of F is only one flat that it has. So let's do, let us do this key and this key. I'll close. So you fill in others, the same pattern, you fill in others. What is important is that if they ask you now in staff notation, if they want to ask you what is key D, they will not write key D. The only thing they will apply is they will write 2 sharps on the line of F and on the line of C. They'll just write sharp. So just to show you that here the mi is F sharp, the T is C sharp. They'll just write 2 sharps on the line. If it is this one E, they'll write how many sharps? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They will write it on the line of F, G, C, and D. And to make it easy, people have used this because the strokes to construct E is 4. They will use it and remember it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sharps. And the strokes of key D, the strokes of key D is 2. It doesn't apply in all, oh. It's like this. Do you understand? 2 sharps. Just few of the keys that has that opportunity. Like G, it's 1 sharp, even though it's somehow 2, but just to remember it. And another one is B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sharps. These are the keys, the names of the keys that have opportunity to have. Another one is A. A is 3, 1, 2, 3. It has 3 sharps. If you cross check it, it's true. So these keys has 1 sharps. Okay, G has 1, D has 2, then what else? A has 3, E has 4 sharps, and B has 5 sharps. If you understand it, the only remaining sharps is C sharp and the F sharp. C sharp and F sharp. So C sharp have 7 and this one have 6. There are exceptions that in the order of sharps. Also in the order of flats, they have their own distinct, but more of sharps. If you understand it, it will help you to remember it, just a way of remembering that. So let us do this key flats. So if you are starting this key is E flat, right? So that is where the do between D and E, there is E flat. So this is E flat now. Then the key is E flat. If you count 1, 2, Re, 1, 2, Mi, after Mi, the next one is Fa. 1, 2 is what? So 1, 2, La, 1, 2, Ti. After Ti, the next one is Do. And remember, what is the Do? Let's check the one that have space. The Do is also E flat. There is nothing here. This denotes. The So has between A and B. What is it? Because what starts it is E flat. Everything that is in between must be on flat. So between A and B, we have what? B flat. This is it. So after that, between G and A, there is a key. G and A, there is a key. So this key is what? See it, A flat. So let us write filling. The ray of key E flat is what? Fa. The Mi is G. The Fa is A flat. The So is B flat. The La is C. The Ti is D. And the Do is E flat. So that is how those things work. Please learn more on them. Just know the principle behind it. What it means is here now. If I'm applying it here, this is the Do. If you count 1, 2, this is the Re. 1, 2, this is the Mi. After Mi, this is the Fa. Do you understand? 1, 2, this is the So. That is why So is having B flat. Just follow this thing. You get it well. I have done it in previous videos. You can go and rewatch it to get more of them. Okay, let's do C sharp. But I have told you that in C sharp, everything in C sharp is sharpened. That is why C sharp has 7 sharps. In key C, this is C, this is sharp, C sharp. Because between C is the Do. So after getting the do, you count 1, 2. This is the re. After re, 1, 2. This is the mi. After mi, the next one is fa. Remember, it's semitone. After fa, 1, 2. This is the so. 1, 2. This is the la. 1, 2. This is the T. After T, the next one is what? Do. Naturally, let us write out. I will not write it here. Let us write out. I will show you something. So what is here? Because you have gotten sharp as the beginning. What is here now is what? Between D and E. Between D and E, there is E flat, but you will not call it E flat. E flat. You call it D sharp because everything will be on sharp. D sharp. Sharp. Then this one is F. Let me write it F first. This one between F and G, between F and G, there is what? There is F sharp. So after that, between G and A, there is between G and A, there is A flat. But you will not write A flat. You will write what? G sharp, because everything will be in sharp. Between A and B, there is what? It will be A sharp, not B flat again. A sharp. It will be A sharp. Between B and C, we have C. Between B and C, we have C as the T, then we have C sharp. But because everything on C sharp is exception, but if you study circle of 50, you understand it very well. Everything on this will be on sharp. Let us convert these naturals to sharp. Let's go. So the one that if you want to call this sharp, it will be E sharp because the one in front sharpens this. So this automatically becomes E sharp. We don't have a key called E sharp, but F is working as E sharp because in the principle of C sharp, everything becomes sharp. It happens in only C sharp. Okay. So if you come where we have C, we don't have B sharp. Do you understand? But C is working as B sharp, so here it becomes B sharp. So this is how it works. So if you watch it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So everything about C sharp is sharps. So but we know that here is F, and we also know that here is C. But because of representation, we are calling it what? E sharp and B sharps. Maybe in our next video I'll try to do tutorial video on circle of fifth so that you understand it very well. So this is C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, even though it's F, key F, but it's E sharp. Look at it here. Look at it. Do, 1, 2, re, 1, 2, mi. So mi is on F, but we call it F. Okay. So F is what? F sharp. So is G sharp. So la, ti, do is what? A sharp. T is B sharp, and do is C sharp. If you look at this now, I have C sharp here and I have C sharp here. It's only one that I will pick. If you are asking how many sharps here, I will not count this one. I'll just count the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this thing has 7 sharps. Do you understand it? Have 7 sharps. So this is where we draw the curtain for today. Maybe I should write this as a chart and send it to anyone that comments. You want the chart of them. Thank you and God bless you. Keep on watching, keep on subscribing, keep on sharing our videos. it is a way of supporting us. You can tip us if you have